The next enhancement is the ability for the DDM server to monitor a folder and to be able to automatically import data provided by other systems. The example that I'm going to use is change orders that would be triggered by an ERP system. So we're inside DDM here, and just before we go to the server, I'm going to have a look how many. I have currently got 10 open change orders in the system. So the first thing you do is we go to the DDM administration tool, and you need to define the import definition. Now, this depends on whether you're importing parts, documents, drawings, folders, etc. So you could use this to update information coming from ERP, back flushing into DDM against parts, for example. Okay, now I've already created an import definition. You would pick on a CSV file and you would say, okay, I'm looking for, and the example I have here is I've got a CSV file that comes from, so I'm going to open this, and my CSV file we're going to import into the change order table in the database. Now, this dialog, similar to the rest of the import tools within DDM Server, allows you to map attributes as part of your import definition. So this is the information in the spreadsheet in the bottom half of the window, and you can now map those in order to create that import definition. Now, I've already done that, so I'm going to cancel this part of the process, and I'm going to go to this new EUM import area. So we've always been able to send information out to other databases such as ERP, and now this import facility, I've got one I've already registered here. To create a new one, you would create EUM import configuration. So let me open the one I've already created, and I'm going to edit it here. So you give it a name, and I've just called it import change requests to ERP change requests to DDM. Now, I've given it a comment. This is an enabled configuration. We're importing into the change order table. We're creating new records or updating existing. These are all options. We specify the date format, the name of the server, and the watched folder is in this location in the Windows file system on the server. You've got two more options now, that when the file has been processed, it can move it to processed, and if there are any problems, you can move it to this errors location. The file type that we're looking for is anything that's a CSV file. Purge after 10 days, so we can clear the system out automatically, and we've got some email notification options in the bottom here. So I'm just going to cancel out of here. So we've defined our import definition, and we've now configured it as an automatic import. I'm going to clear the log here so there's nothing on the screen. Now, if I go to my EUM in location here, I've got my CSV file. So the scenario is the other database system, because it doesn't need to be ERP, but in this case the ERP system has triggered a set of change orders, and it's put the information in this CSV file. So I'm going to manually copy this to simulate, and I'm dropping the file. So this would be the ERP system automatically dropping this file into this location. Now, my system is set up that every 1 or 2 minutes it will trigger the process to monitor these folders. So this should be able to remove itself as soon as it's been processed. So now that that file has been processed, it's been removed from the watched folder, and it is being added to the processed folder. These are other examples that I've been running. Okay, so I'm going to come back here. If I now go into DDM and I rerun the query to look at how many change orders I've got, I now have 7 new change orders that have been automatically generated via this import utility. And again, in this case, what we're simulating is the ERP system is triggering a change order, and it's automatically being triggered with inside DDM, and the ability to populate all of these fields. In my case, it doesn't automatically start in a workflow, but it does have all of its dividers. Okay, so a really useful new facility within the DDM administration, so that the server can monitor a folder location, pick up import files, and generate information inside DDM automatically.